Hello, I'm Paul Hutchins, President of Sampson Community College, and welcome to the President's Corner. I'm happy today to be with Lisa Turlington, the Executive Director of the Sampson Community College Foundation. Welcome, Lisa.
Well, glad to be here, Dr. Hutchins. It's always my pleasure to come and talk about the college.
Well, I'm delighted to have the opportunity today to visit with you a little bit about the foundation. The foundation is so important to so many of our students and the success of our students that I wanted to visit with you a little bit about the foundation and help the people in our community develop a better appreciation for what the foundation does. So let me start first by asking you to talk a little bit about the mission and purpose of the Sampson Community College Foundation.
Sure. The primary purpose is for us to help cultivate a broad base of community support for the college, and of course to help raise external funds, usually through the private sector, to support the college mission. And most of those gifts to the foundation end up going to student scholarships or to help support programs for staff and or students. And of course, another function of the foundation is to help promote the college through public relations and community outreach. And a lot of that is done with our foundation directors who, as you know, are civic and business leaders throughout the county, and they are certainly advocates for the college, and they also help bridge the college interest to the community interest. So.
Well, let me get you to talk a little bit now, Lisa, about the impact of the scholarship program that we have here at Sampson Community College through the foundation, and also perhaps how the foundation also directly supports some of our programs.
Okay, sure. We're really proud to say that last year we awarded over 100 scholarships for about a little more than $70,000. So we're really proud of that, and that goes across the spectrum. It went to curriculum, and it went to specific programs, and we even have one set up for a continuing ed student for in the medical services fields. And so we're proud of that, and I hope that next year we'll be able to award a few more scholarships. Some of the endowments have been building, and so I think they've gotten to the point where they're going to be able to help some more students this year. And while we're talking about the scholarships, I'll go ahead and mention the Scholar Donor Cookout, because I know you enjoy that, and it is one of the foundation events that we pull together our donors and our scholars and give them a chance to visit with each other, and the students get a chance to say thank you for the generosity of our donors, and our donors really get a chance to see their gifts at work and really how they are changing lives. So the scholarships are the major component of what we do, but we also last year were able to we contribute about $25,000 to program support for programs throughout the college. One in particular last year was ammonia refrigeration, as we were trying to wrap up some funding on that. We also give about $4,000 to $5,000 a year in faculty grants, and usually those go for continuing education, but they might also help a faculty person put together an event for students or bring people on campus, or just try to share their message with the community in ways that they can't use state funding for that. So those are our primary ways, but we also help manage the building construction trades housing project. And as you know, when they start up, they don't have the funds to cover their initial expenses and really won't until final sales. So by the foundation helping fund that initially, it helps us keep the cost down and be a better partner for the people who end up buying the houses in the future. So we're glad to be able to do that. Another big component of our gifts goes to funding endowments that are established but not quite fully endowed yet. And last year we had about $70,000 that went into those that will hopefully build endowments that will be able to help future scholarships and projects. So that's kind of how it went last year, but it can change on a given year. And so.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned the Scholar Donor Cookout. I enjoy that event. It's wonderful, but you depend on so many people from our community, businessmen and women who serve in a variety of different roles, and many of them are in leadership positions to support the foundation. Could I get you to talk a little bit about a few of those folks, what their leadership position is, and how they support all that we do in the foundation.
Sure, and gladly. It is a joy to work with this foundation board, as you well know too. But they are community leaders, and honestly, it is a working board. Everybody serves in some capacity, raising money, working on a committee, but our leadership does play an important role. And currently, the president of our board is Lyman Horn, who is the executive vice president and the general manager of Star Communications, and he's worn a lot of hats at the for the college and for the foundation. We did our opening series for the Friends of the Foundation this week. That's going to be airing on our television station, and you can learn more about all that Lyman's done through that. But he is a huge supporter of the college, as you know. Our previous president was Chuck Spell, so he is the immediate past president, and he is the head of manufacturing for North America for Schindler. And even though he travels a lot and is often out of space, he's been a great supporter for the college and is always there to do anything we ask. The president-elect and vice president is Bill Fulton, who is the human resources manager for Hogslat, and he also serves on the golf committee and is a supporter of anything we ask from him. Our secretary of the board is Mary McLam, who is a longtime educator. She retired from the Sampson County schools, and so she brings her passion for education to the board and has a lot of energy to share with that. Our treasurer is Todd Johnson, and he's a CPA and a partner with Black, Chestnut, and Johnson, and he does a lot of behind-the-scenes work and supports us with our financials and advising. He also serves as head of the finance committee. Some of our chair people for our standing committees, the appropriations committee is chaired by Pat Green, who is a retired realtor and appraiser, and she brings a lot of that expertise to us, and that we have some properties that have been gifted, and she, as chairman of that appropriation committee, she keeps an eagle eye on where the monies are going, and she makes sure that we all take this responsibility very seriously. The chairman of the Excel committee, which is a committee that recognizes excellence and kind of going above and beyond in a faculty member or staff person, is chaired by Amelia Surratt, and she is a retired bookkeeper for her husband John, who retired a year or two ago. But she's also kind of unofficial chairman of the hospitality committee too, and brings a lot to that. But two of our most important leadership roles are the chairs of the annual giving, as you know, and the co-chairs for that are Steve Stavanovich, who is also a past president of the board and has brought a lot of energy and good ideas to the foundation. But in fact, sometimes we joke that he has to leave his job with us so he can go back to his paying job as president and owner of Go Automotive. But he shares that job with Paul Visor, who is a local physician in town, and Paul brings, passion to it. When he believes in something, he's all in, and so they are doing a great job with the annual giving. And of course, there are plenty of others, but those are kind of the primary leadership roles. So.
Well, we're grateful for the passion, the dedication, and the commitment that our officers, chairpersons, and members of our foundation bring to service here at the college, and we're grateful for all that they do to support Sampson Community College. We're going to pause for just a moment, and we'll be back with more of the President's Corner in just a moment.
The life lessons taught in a barbershop have always stuck with me, but owning a barber school has been a lesson all its own. I didn't know how time-consuming starting my own business would be. Thankfully, my small business center was there for me. They've helped thousands get started by offering one-on-one counseling and much more. And as a North Carolina taxpayer, there's no additional cost. So take a lesson from me and start your business with the North Carolina Small Business Center.
Your local small business center, helping people start businesses for 30 years. Find us at ncsbc.net.
Welcome back to the President's Corner. I'm here today with Lisa Turlington, Executive Director of the Sampson Community College Foundation. And Lisa, I'd like to now turn and get you to talk a little bit about some of the specific fundraising activities that the foundation undertakes annually.
Okay, sure. We usually kind of kick off the year in the fall, October generally, with our campus drive, and we have a long, proud history with the staff and faculty here at Sampson Community College of them supporting the campus drive 100%, and I think that sort of sets the tone for the whole year of giving for us. I'm so proud of the way the employees here really embrace it and get behind it, and I think that it does send a message to the community. If they are willing to put their resources behind what's going on here, then good things must really be happening at Sampson Community College. And we've had a lot of fun over the years. Before I came here, they had the tradition of picking a theme and kind of running with it and getting everyone involved, and it does build camaraderie here on campus, as you've seen. My first year here, we did a hillbilly theme, so everyone dressed in in overalls, and we had hay bales around, and that was fun. And then one year we had former Director of Admissions, Oscar Rodriguez. We spray painted him gold and had an Oscars theme, and with a red carpet, and everybody accepted their awards, and it was a lot of fun. But other things, we had a renewal of vows where we had a wedding theme, and people wore their old wedding dresses. And last year, the year before last, we did the Derby thing, which was fun, and one of the staff members here, Richard Stevenson, brought his horse out, and everyone posed with their horse. And this year, we had fun with a Disney theme, and so I'm not quite ready to unveil next year's theme, but we'll see. Okay. But after we kind of kick off with that, I mean, it really does make a difference to be able to leave the first event with staff and faculty saying, I'm all in, to go on to our golf tournament, which is in November, generally the first week of November, the Sampson Classic, and this past year we had over 150 people participate in that out at Lakewood Country Club, and we generated over $36,000 in revenues, and so we're really pleased. Most of that money does go to scholarships after some of the expenses on it, but we had the golf tournament and an auction in conjunction with it, and it's all done in honor of longtime supporter of the college, Bill Johnson, and so it really is an opportunity, especially the last couple of years, for everyone to reminisce and talk about good times with Bill and how much he loved the college. This year, as you know, we decided to recognize a supporter of the college with the Sampson Classic Distinguished Service Award, and we were all proud to recognize Mrs. Fetterman at that event, and are proud of the work that she has done for us as a past president, and continues to stay very involved in what's going on with the college. So that's in November, and so right after Christmas, when we come back, we are gangbusters on our phone-a-thon, and we have a wonderful partnership with STAR. As I mentioned, Lyman Horn is the president of our board, but he's always been very involved in the foundation, and for several years now, we've aired the event live, and not only are we trying to raise money by calling donors, but we've been able to showcase important programs or faces around the college or partners. We've had students and foundation directors and staff and administrators and even just friends of the college. Some of the alumni come back, and this year the weather was not our friend, as most of our viewers know, for a lot of things this past month. So we weren't able to go ahead with that, but we're hoping to continue with some of those interviews, because it really is an opportunity for us to show off our programs here. So our viewers can look for some of those interviews on our website and on SEC TV, and through some of our social media outlets like Google Plus and Facebook and LinkedIn. So we'll be having some of those in the next weeks. I haven't looked over at our cameraman to see how ready he is for it, but I suspect it'll be good. And many of our viewers who normally get phone calls during the phone-a-thon have gotten letters in the past week, and the response on that has been good. And so we're hoping to be able to maybe jump through that, and as we've talked earlier, maybe bump the phone-a-thon to March for next year instead of, this is the second year we've had a weather conflict. So After the campus drive and the Sampson Classic and the Phonathon, we really try to wrap up our year of giving with a community drive. And that's when our directors really take responsibility for a lot of the business leaders, and they go out and contact friends or neighbors and relatives. And we've kind of already started that with our, as I mentioned, Paul and Steve as annual giving chair. They want our focus to be more on making sure that the donors we have already know how much they are appreciated. And so many of their friends and family received handwritten notes from them, just letting them know that. And so the response on that has been really positive too. So we're hoping that let it be a little more about relationships, and then it helps people kind of feel like they know more about what's going on at the college. So those are our four major ways of fundraising. And as we were talking earlier about community support, it is incredible, and I still am amazed by the way this community will rally around important causes. The things that I've been involved with in the past with the Arts Council and the March to a Million and Dancing with the Stars, and so many fundraising events here. It is inspiring to see how this community will step up and just embrace it. And I've especially seen it with our foundation, and I think a lot of that has to do with our directors having a lot of vision as well as a big circle of influence. So they are able to share the message of the college and bring partners for collaboration to the campus. So I think that helps drive some of that too. So.
Well, and I'm so grateful for the community support, and it has only increased in the 3 years that I've been here. It just seems like every year we see more and more in the way of community support of the college and the foundation. One of the things that I love about the Phonathon is the opportunity to showcase talent, and it's to me it's another way that the college really connects with the community, and it provides us a lot of different ways to do that. So I'm really grateful for all of the different fundraising activities that the foundation engages in, because it really does connect the college to the community. Now let's shift gears for just a moment, Lisa, and let you talk a little bit about perhaps some specific goals that the foundation might have for 2015-2016.
Well, as I said earlier, part of our primary goal this year is to really build those relationships that we've had over the years and show our appreciation and stay connected to our donors and help our donors feel more a part of what's going on here. And part of as I mentioned, the mission of the foundation is to promote the college, and a lot of that is raising the profile in the community. One way we can do that is by getting more people to visit the campus, and some of the events that the foundation sponsors, like an art show, or coming up at the end of this month, on the 31st, we're hosting the Mount Olive Jazz Band in our activity center that we're hoping is going to be up and running. But that activity center is a great place for people to come and visit and to kind of see the college as a place for lifelong learning. And so I hope that we can do more by bringing people on campus and giving them good programming there. As you know, we bring our foundation directors on campus and usually try and showcase an event or a program with them so that they can go out and share that in the community. And the luncheons that we've been talking about, where we're going to hopefully bring business leaders to campus and hear their ideas on how we can be a better partner for them with local industry, bringing them on campus and continuing to get people to know what's going on here. We're hoping to raise $240,000 in our annual giving this year, and it is a lofty goal. But our viewers can send gifts to P.O. Box 318 if they'd like at the foundation, or they can go online at sampsoncc.edu. We have online giving there, or you can call me or Dr. Hutchins, and we'll be glad to come out and pay you a personal visit. So, but those are our goals mainly are just to continue to weave the college into the fabric of the community.
Well, Lisa, I want to thank you for spending this time with me today, and thank you for the leadership you provide to the Sampson Community College Foundation. For those of you watching that have supported the foundation and the college in the past, we invite you to continue to support the college. And if you have not in the past supported the foundation or the college, we reach out to you at this time and ask you to consider supporting the Sampson Community College Foundation so that we can help support students reach their educational goals and go on and do productive things in our community. I want to thank you for watching the President's Corner, and we'll look for you next time here on SCC TV.